Gemini, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's start with your main energy. All right, your first message today is actually a question, and the question asks, what do you need to release? You seem to be finding yourself moving very slow right now, perhaps even not moving at all when it comes to a situation. There is something that is slowing you down, and it might not be what you're thinking about. In fact, this is apparently a very simple question, but often it hides a much more complex one. Usually when you see this card, the first answer that you give to it, it's the wrong one. And we need to dig deeper into it in order to see what the situation is really about. So let's do that, and let's start with your reading. What is going on right here? You know, we start with a lot of pentacles, 10 of pentacles, 6 of pentacles. We end up with a lot of cups, emotions, love, something perhaps very unexpected. So the first thing that I see here, especially considering the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles, is that you have a lot of eyes on you right now, Gemini. Perhaps a lot of people who want to talk to you, to chat with you, and some of them even want to get to know you deeper. We have opportunities coming your way and potentially good news for you. But as far as you go, as far as your energy goes, I see that you're pretty much ignoring all of them because instead you're focusing on something else right now, something that you are absolutely certain about, an opportunity or even a person you're thinking about and you feel that's the person I want. That's the person for me. I don't care about anything else, anyone else. That's the one I'm going to end up building a legacy with, having many years of happiness with. We see with the 6 of Pentacles that you are ready to really invest in this, ready to put effort into the situation, to nurture it, to take care of it. This is something that really feels like a match with your expectations. But at the same time, with the Moon, this is something that brings some confusion, something that at times makes you feel disappointed, perhaps even lost, not knowing what's coming next. Gemini people love communication, need communication in order to understand what's going on. And I mean verbal communication. But this person seems perhaps to not be very communicative at the moment. Maybe ignoring a specific topic you might be waiting answers on, or someone who just left altogether and didn't pursue this opportunity as you hoped they would. This might be creating all sorts of doubts within you, and you're trying to stay in control of the situation as much as possible. I see it right here. And trying to just not fall in temptation, to not act impulsively when you get frustrated. Trying to really only focus on the things that you can control. Keep in mind that from what we see here, this seems to be just temporary. There is a lot of comfort coming towards you. Not sure what that means in concrete terms. We'll have to look into it. But we see that the situation is bound to change. We'll see how. In the heart of the reading, we see the Hermit, the Chariot, and this 9 of Swords down here. You know, at the end of the day, this really seems to be impacting you more than you want. Some of you might be aware of that. Some others instead might have internalized and repressed this wish that you once had. But there is clearly something that your heart is still processing right now. And it's perhaps just the disappointment for not being able to see the situation growing into its max potential. Frustrated of the fact that this person is not seeing what you are seeing, or that maybe they're just playing games. We'll look into their energy when we clarify. But for now, I see that the more you think about it, the more it hurts or bothers you. You might be upset of the fact that you let yourself dream about the situation. You let really yourself decide to go for this, to fight for this, to be transparent about your goals. Something that maybe you don't usually do, not so quickly, and for a good reason, because this is exactly how you do not want to end up. But deep down, you might also be disappointed of the fact that at a certain degree, you're still thinking about this today and you don't want to. You want to find someone who goes out of their way to make it obvious that they are into you, that they want you in their life. And you do not want to waste time chasing someone who keeps running away. Why am I still thinking about this? Why am I giving power to someone who doesn't empower me at all? I have other opportunities, other options. Why can't I just focus on those and find excitement in those overall opportunities? You know, now that I see this Two of Swords, I'm starting to understand why you might be stuck on this. With the Two of Swords, you have someone who's still trying to gather information, who's still not fully sure if this person is good or bad, which is telling us that perhaps this person, this whole situation, is just built around confusion, mixed messages that are making it hard to just make one decision and stick with it, you know? Thinking that maybe they just communicate differently, or that maybe they're going through something right now, who knows? There is a legitimate doubt. That's what I'm saying here. And that is the main reason for stagnation right now. But as I was saying earlier, this is not bound to be like this for a very long time. It's not going to be stagnant for much longer. I see you with this King of Cups truly being in control of your emotions and perhaps even walking away from this situation, moving on without giving an explanation, just tired of the back and forth, telling yourself, you know, thoughts are not always true. I thought you were the one for me, but apparently you're not. You told me so with your actions. So I don't need to stick around and chase rainbows for the next 10 years of my life. And you know, when you see such control in your emotional sphere, you can be certain that this person, this King of Cups, is truly moving on, because this is an emotional departure, not necessarily a physical one. Then why do we see this Page of Swords right here? You know, at first I thought that maybe you were focusing on your emotions, moving on, letting go of this while looking back at this person, but not in this case. That's not what's going on here, which now makes me think that this person is actually quietly looking at you, perhaps not expecting that you would give up on them, block them, finding someone new even perhaps. You know, what I see here is someone who might be saying, why are you upset? Why are you doing this? Everything was perfect. Yeah, maybe for you, not for me though. But overall, whatever you're heading towards, wow, all these cups, it's absolutely crazy and beautiful. You are going to find a lot of love. We see here you holding hands with someone very special to you. And if this will end up being this person from the past, it will really drive me nuts, honestly. But it really confirms that sometimes Walking away from someone is walking towards them. It's a hard concept to visualize, but energetically, it makes sense. As we were saying at the beginning, what do you need to release? This person? No. This is about releasing expectations, releasing the outcome into the universe without creating a specific path for it. Releasing and delegating power to the universe and trusting that things are going to work out in your favor sooner or later. It's definitely hard, you know? It's like the first time you get in one of those Tesla cars and you let it drive for you. You're scared that something is going to happen. You have this instinct to put your hands on the steering wheel. You're afraid just that you're going to crash at some point. But what you don't know is that the computer in the car is much more reliable than the one in our brain. And that at the end of the day, we should trust it. Release the need to control the car and just enjoy the landscape around us. So, where is this car going to take you? We've seen the situation as it is for now, but we also see a lot of movement coming in with all these pages, a lot of love and passion from someone who has been shy and quiet up to this point. Who is this page right here? So let's look into this person's energy, the one that you're leaving behind allegedly. Why are they so confusing to you? What are their feelings and intentions for this connection? But especially, let's look into this Page of Swords and see who this is going to be. Together with clarifying this upcoming Two of Cups, which definitely tells us a different story from the one told by the Nine of Swords up here. What should you expect in the near future and how this is all bound to evolve in the next few months? If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Gemini, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. This week, actually, we're going to do the yearly reading as well. We're going to look month by month what you should expect, and the reading will actually last 45 minutes. I select people every Monday morning and send out emails. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Gemini. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Fool. And this is exactly what we were talking about when we were saying that there is something that you need to release. The Fool is someone who has left everything behind and who's ready now to take that leap of faith, not knowing where this is going to take him. This is someone who's about to jump off that cliff, knowing that there is nothing underneath, but they're saying, you know what, on my way down, I'll learn how to fly. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to trust where this car is going to take me, and I'm really going to make the best out of my journey. This is definitely a beautiful sign, and with the Fool, it's telling you that this is a new journey for you, which is very important. But before looking into where you're headed, let's see where you're coming from instead. And let's read into this person's energy, the situation energy, especially the energies underneath the surface. And let's find out what you were not aware when it came to the situation in this person. What is that you have never known about them that you should know? Let's read into their energy. I mean, the first card that we see is the Tower, Gemini. This is already telling you that there are some major things that you didn't know about. Okay. All right, it's absolutely clear, and look at this. We have another Fool right here. You know, first of all, you're about to align. You're really about to find each other once again. And this is going to be very powerful for the both of you. But first of all, what we see is the need.